Hey guys, so I had to show you this. So apparently in the entire world there's one guy that rebuilds windshield wiper motor products for the Chrysler cars. Dodge, Chrysler, that sort of thing. But yeah, one guy. And the reason for that is, in fact, I even tried to find just a new one, just to buy just a reproduction. I'm not trying to do some crazy sort of graveyard cars restoration here, but I want nice, and I'm gonna have to live with this stuff. And anyway, long story. I got a hold of this guy named Bill Meerholz, and he has a website. It's a real old school deal. He has a very small niche in the Chrysler community, but everybody knows him that restores these cars. Bill Meerholz, Meerholz. The man is 82 years old. He spoke to me like I'm just a friend, and there was a lot of personal connection with this guy I could feel. And it's like, you call any of these big companies nowadays, they're just like, all right, yeah, what do you want? This is how much it is. Give me your card. See ya. But this guy, he wanted to give me the date code correct wiper motor, and it makes sense. I mean, I'm not trying to do a crazy restoration here, but I wanted the right one, if possible, or within reason is what I like to say. Now, I'm not going to tell you this is cheap, because it wasn't. It's probably the most money I've ever spent on a single wiper motor, but it's a Dodge Charger. Like, there really isn't any other options, unfortunately. And come to find out, the wiper motor I had in my car was from an e-body, like a Cuda or a Challenger. So whatever. But I gave him the numbers off the wiper motor that came out of the car when I bought it, and he ran those serial numbers, and he came back to me and told me, yeah, it's out of an e-body. It's weird. I'm like, all right, well, it was a 3-speed motor, so I was like, cool. But so he asked me for my VIN tag, so I gave him the VIN tag, and he came up with the conclusion that my car is an early 69, meaning it was February of 1969 was when my car was made, and so that's what he means by early. So he gave me a wiper motor that actually is correct. It's not correct numbers, but it's correct date code. So without sounding like a total nerd, I'm trying not to anyway. I probably do anyway, but look at this thing. All the wax here, total factory. In fact, his friend, Bill's friend, is the only, I think, one of 3 guys in the entire world that are grandfathered in by the EPA to do this coating. And it's I want to say it's a nickel plating of some sort, but you can't just start doing this stuff. The EPA would eat you alive with fines and make it real difficult on you. So, but yeah, look at this piece. I mean, I just took this out of the box. I asked him for some hardware, and he had the correct hardware. So why wouldn't I use the correct hardware, right? I have the arm. Jeez, guys. Comes with the sleeves, the little isolators, and the only thing I'm missing is the wire connector, because I have an American Auto Wire system on the car, and so it wouldn't work with the factory style connector. So in hindsight, I do like my American Auto Wire stuff, but I probably, if I could go back, I'd probably go with an M&H stock wiring harness. But complications with wanting to use a single wire alternator, MSD ignition, all the original wiring would have provisions for a multi-wire alternator and a points ignition. I'm sure you could probably get by with doing an electric conversion, maybe an HEI. But anyway, long story is getting longer, but yeah, I just wanted to show this to you guys. This is quite a piece, and worth every penny to me. And boy, whoever buys this car is going to be really happy with this. So I'm very thrilled, and I can call Bill my friend, and I could call the guy right now and he would talk to me and tell me anything I wanted to know. So that's a rarity these days in this industry. So it's really cool. I'm happy to know Bill, and really thrilled with this product. So check out Bill. Sorry about that. It's Bill Meerholz Enterprises. That's Bill, B-I-L-L, Meerholz, M-E-E-R-H-O-L-Z, Enterprises. Check it out. It's worth a shot, I think. So I have my wiper arm nicely restored. I didn't blast this thing because it has that nickel coating on it, and I wanted to kind of preserve it. Plus it's actually really nice. There's no like major grooves in it, so it really didn't need to be restored or replaced, since it's actually inside the cowl, or under the dash rather. So this thing's ready to go in. But check out these sleeves. Like, where would you find those? They look like buttons. In fact, they are not. They're mounting sleeves that honestly, the one I took off the car didn't have these in it, which might be why it wasn't the right one. But yeah, this stuff is really hard to come by. But just the beauty of this work is really impressive. I know how long it takes to restore stuff, and man, this guy does it in his garage. So it's very impressive. Got the wiper arm on, and it's a 50-50 shot if I got it right. Hopefully I did. And oh, come on. No. I'm not sure. Well, I guess the arm can't go on until it's in the car. So let me pull this arm off. I'll be right back. Should go on now. So yeah, those rivets are designed to grind into the paint and give you a proper ground. So that's pretty cool. I was wondering how that was going to work. Sorry about the fan noise. It's summer and it's hot. So this ground strap is the indicator right here. There we go. Try not to screw anything up here. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. And it comes with it doesn't come with the actually it does come with the gasket. And I know this is riveting, but you know what this is? This is the last thing that I need to seal up my firewall now, and I am happy about that. No more giant hole in the firewall. Bill does all the wiper motors for graveyard cars, and if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. I know I've joked quite a bit about not being graveyard cars, and I am not graveyard cars, but I've learned a lot from watching that show, you know, and without the silly BS that goes on, there's a lot to learn and a lot to know. I know Mark doesn't know everything, but he sure knows a lot, and a lot more than I do, so that's why I watched it. But that show probably has a little bit to do with why I'm building this car. It's just, I've always wanted one, and I thought I was priced out of the market, because they are, even in junk form, they are in the $20,000 range, unfortunately. And I got a pretty rough one, we'll say. mean, it was still there, but the floors were gone. If you watch back my videos of doing all the sheet metal in this car, you'll see just how gone they were. As it turns out, if you put big heads on your engine or on a tall deck, you're gonna have hood fitment issues. And what do you know I do? Need an extension. Yeah, this has been a big learning experience. Having never done a Dodge car before, or truck, and probably gonna do a truck at some point. My wife told me today that she wants to have a classic truck of her own, so that's cool. I'm like, honey, we have a truck. There's an orange truck. She's like, no, I want one of my own. I'm like, oh, okay. She doesn't want to drive that orange truck. She said it's scary. And it is. That's why I like it. A little bit scary. It's kind of what we do here. Build stuff that's just a little scary. Just kind of going crisscross here to make sure it seats evenly. That's a nice looking piece though, man. I'm really happy with that. Still gotta figure out how to wire it, but no problem. We'll get it. This is a 3-speed wiper. Cars did come with 2-speed wipers. I believe there was 2 different ones. The best way to tell is the 2-speed wipers typically will have a ballast resistor on the top of them. So if it's a stock Mopar, it'll probably have 2 ballast resistors in view on the firewall, but the one for the wiper is actually mounted on the wiper motor itself. But that's a good way to indicate if it's a 2-speed or not. Alright, good to go. I'll figure out this wiring, but that's future Chris's problem. Sweet. Look at that. That is a nice piece. Finishes off the firewall quite nicely, if I do say. What do you think? Give old Bill a call, man. He's a good dude. 82 years old and still going.